fucking love me now. Okay, why? Yeah, right, here we're back again. Hello, folks. It's been a minute for those of you who I've hung out with before. I've been missing you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, except. All right, look
You
at us
did
doing
it.
time.
That was smooth.
Are we getting better at this? I think
I
we
think
might
we're getting
be.
better at this.
All
Oh man.
right, so I feel like it's so funny. We were doing lives recently, and I was so used to them. Hi, Chaos Cupcake,
It's the
and
chaos.
Chaos, and
Chaos.
now I'm like, oh, I forgot how to do this. What do I do?
You lose it so quickly.
I know. I'm like, dang. Hi, Luna. Welcome. Yeah, weirdos.
Strange lovelies. Hello, Peach.
Dude, is our shit like joined, merged?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they?
Did Sleepy Dancing Queen just give you 3 purple hearts?
I don't know, but I know Spooky Spice just joined the live. Hello, Spooky Spice.
No, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Dang, I was like, because Peach just joined over here, and I was like, dang.
Maybe they're hopping back and forth. Who knows?
Peach!
Oh, Spooky Spice gave me 3 black hearts.
Aww. It's like
Oh,
immediate
Ruru.
dopamine hits.
I know.
That's what this whole app
All
is
this
for.
shiny like ding 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 and hearts and stuff, and y'all are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so right now, for those of you who are, the chats are separate. Okay, sad story. Someday, somebody told me that you can put them together, but I have no
We'll
idea how.
investigate it. We'll figure something out.
We'll
If
figure it
we
out.
can do it, we'll make it happen.
Somebody likes your lips.
Oh, thank you. This is my
Ruffalina.
my favorite style.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about all kinds of weird shit.
Yes.
But we're gonna wait a little bit and let everybody pop in here. And I'm putting a fresh battery in a REM pod.
Noted.
Okay. Do you want to tell the folks about the REM pod?
I mean, I can. So RIM pods are these wonderful devices that when you get there's a couple different metrics I believe that are on them. I think that one has what temperature and electromagnetic field, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So most RIM pods are framed so that if anything disturbs the field, it will make a very annoying beeping sound.
Yeah, I'll show you in a minute here.
Yes.
Hi, Shane, you little baby.
Hello, Shane.
We love you so much. But you can give us hugs and bugs. Hug bugs.
Yeah, hugs and
Hug
bubs,
bugs.
loves.
Loves, love bugs. Hug bugs.
English.exe is failing.
Shane says, I squeeze you both.
Squee.
So, yeah, that's right. Shane is here. Shane, the vampire's
In
girlfriend,
in the
in
house.
his house. So you're
Yeah, so
definitely gonna wanna
so REM pods make that noise.
spicy mustard mama. That's the best name ever. Okay, so what I like to do is turn off. Shut the fuck up. I like to turn
You're
off the.
holding it.
I know. But it's the temperature. Hi, okay, it's Jay. No, you haven't missed anything. We're just being
We're
dingle.
setting up and being goofy.
Okay, so it does this.
Yeah, so a REM pod's purpose and goal is to stick it somewhere, and if any sort of the theory, I guess, is if any sort of paranormal ghost or entity, anything that disturbs that field, it'll signal. And what's really fascinating about them in particular is you can couple them with a couple of different things, and
Yeah.
like like the dowsing rods, for example, working with them and getting yeses and nos, and sometimes the REM pod is actively also going off, which to me is like another layer of like confirmation that shenanigans be afoot.
Yes.
Whether we understand them or not.
Spirit box. Whoever said that, yes, we do. Okay, it's Jay. We love you. We fucking love you. So this we do have a spirit box. We could do an Estes. We'd have to get creative on how we were gonna do it, but we could do it. We could do it. I could just kind of like intuitively. Oh, I just smacked myself. We could like. I guess I could like pop myself out of it if I went under, and then
I get, yeah. I mean, I can't really go over to you and tap you on the shoulder and be like, bam.
yes, exactly. No, it's okay, Chaos Cupcake. I do this all the time. We're all right. Well, thank you so much for looking out for us. I am in the, how am I going to say this? Thank you for that heart. It's so cute. So in the Vampire Codex book, in this system by Michelle Belanger, oh shit, here we go. REM pod's going off.
You said the word.
All right, yeah. Shit. Shut the fuck up. So we are already having some activity, which is exciting. But I'm a counselor, which is one of the 3 paths in this system, and that makes me a generally very good channel. So I'm used to it. Yeah, I think it's just when we talk about HK and stuff, like things go off. Generally.
With Caprian things, I wonder why.
Caprians. Fucking Caprians, man. I still haven't figured out how to use my tiny mic, so if any of you want to teach me, that would be great.
Like serenade. You can have your tiny mic. I will have my tiny scythe.
I love that.
For small reaping.
So someone said, Cecil says, what's y'all's opinions about spirit boxes and the Estes method? So I have an opinion, but what's your opinion first?
So my opinion on spirit boxes in particular is I think they're fascinating. As a person, I have auditory processing issues. So it's not one of my favorite methods for me personally because I have a really hard time differentiating any kind of sounds I'm hearing anyway in that sort of space. So for me, it's not the greatest of working. I haven't really tried modernly, but the last time I tried it was like it didn't fit well. I think there's interest in how it functions and how it works. But I also have some like question marks about how it's working. And I definitely don't trust any of the Spirit Box apps on phones because I don't trust the coding that's in the app to be actually genuine of what it's producing. I think that the hardcore like AM cycling is better because it's more mechanical, it's more analog than a written code where you could put in stuff to pop up, and I have opinions about that. But I think like the spirit box that Fen has is one that I would be more likely to include into something simply to see like what sort of stuff it would actually pop up with. And the Estes method is probably one of the better applications, in my opinion, of how to use it because you're using it through somebody. And so if you're psychically inclined, a combination of what's occurring and that together, to me, is more of a meeting of like intuition and spirit influence. So I kind of like the Estes method a lot.
Yeah, Estes method is queen in my book because it's that, like you said, it's that added layer of accuracy. And I am a freak and I like the way that this sounds, and I often do it by myself. So somebody in our chat here is saying like, I have to find someone to do it with me. Well, we'll do it with you. You can do it with us like tonight, probably.
Yeah, we'll have some experiments planned, so you never know.
We're gonna do some weird shit. So yeah, let's talk about shit. So we funded the Kickstarter. Did we talk about that yet? Did we have?
No, we haven't touched on it at all.
Yeah. So like, thank you everyone. Weird shit is my jasm. Your
Yes.
my jasm. Um, yeah. So that happened, and that's amazing. Um,
Yeah.
I also have an EMF meter as well, just over here for shits. But yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about like vampires because I feel like what's happening is the Kickstarter is funding both of these shows. The episodic show that's about ghost hunting, and then the long form show that's about vampires, which is also called New Blood. And so that's happening, but we have to pick one first. And it seems like everybody really wants the vampire, so we're gonna give them what the people want. And so we're really working very hard now in post production to bring that show to life. And we couldn't have done it without you. So
Yeah.
seriously, we really, really couldn't have. And that's fucking awesome. So also I have the, oh shit. Just
That's
that,
a different sound.
it's the EMF meter, but oh, I got it too close to the. No, I didn't. It just shot up to 54.
That's the second time you've picked up the codex and or mentioned Michelle and something has gone.
That fucking book. That fucking motherfucker. Lay book is lay result. Yes, that is
Yes.
true. So, I think like a lot of you have questions about vampires. Oh shit. It's so bananas.
I love this.
I'm gonna have to turn this shit off. Dang. It's like you guys.
I don't know. Should you turn it off? Maybe it's indicating that like things in your space are excited right now to talk about vampires.
The book. All right. So I feel like, yeah, ask us both questions about vampires. I know that people have questions, and a lot of those questions will be answered in the show. But if there's, some burning questions that you've been thinking about recently, then yeah.
Yeah, ask away. And as people are like percolating on question writing, I will also say that like I identify as a psychic vampire. I'm a first degree priest in House Keperu. So I've been a vampire for ever, and actively practicing some form of vampirism since I was probably about 13 or 15. So, and I'm in my mid 30s. Oh no. It's been a minute. No.
We're fucking old.
Yeah.
Dude. The EMF just spiked all the way up to like 70.
Yeah.
If a vampire doesn't, whoa, would you? This is.
Somebody starts.
I mean, I want to put it in like the field of view here. Like, can y'all see that? Let's see if it does it from there.
Yeah.
If a vampire doesn't feed consistently, do they end up doing it unknowingly? Yes, not always though, depending on how in control they are of their gifts, let's call them.
Yes. I find that the more negative side effects of that is when a vampire is in a state where like they haven't fed or they haven't been exposed to ambient energies or people they're connected to that sort of like baseline exchange energy with them. So you exchange energy just having conversations, like it can be as simple as that. So vampires that get into really heightened emotional states and they're burning through their energy really rapidly tend to escalate other people's emotions in order to generate more energy so that they can take that in. That's where you get those like drama triangles and like situations that just kind of there's one person who's the center of everything and it's always negative. That kind of stuff's very common with folks who are not quite aware of what they're actually doing. So which is why teaching about psychic vampirism is so helpful because people can gain a little bit of control from it. And additionally, from a psychology standpoint, just having an awareness of how you engage with the world also helps with that. So you don't even need to be a psychic vampire to benefit from a lot of the teachings that we have in place.
Yeah, for sure. And somebody asked books. I would say fucking start with this one.
That one, or
Yeah,
depending on which side you're seeing
yeah.
me on.
This is a great book. It blew my mind, and I think that if you want to know if you are a vampire or just like how that energy exchange works, it's amazing, truly.
And also an update. So the Psychic Vampire Codex is currently out of print. So if you try and find a copy of it online, it's going to be egregiously expensive. However, I have some inside knowledge tea on a new release will be coming out probably sometime between August and October. So keep your eyes peeled for that if that's something that's actually interested of you and you're like, I don't want to pay $100 for a book.
Yeah, because it is on Amazon right now. It's like $100 because I think it's
Yeah,
in
it's
between spot.
crazy expensive.
Yeah, people are trying to.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between energy feeding and tantric feeding?
So tantric feeding and energy feeding are really the same thing, except the application of them are different. So both are acquiring energy. Tantric feeding specifically is the energy of using pleasure and sex and orgasm to elicit the exchange. So it's not even just that, because sometimes it's more of a connection to body. So it's connecting more for your energy centers from like sacral down, is how I would kind of energetically want to qualify that.
Okay.
So it's a more grounded and often lean sensual sort of feeding because it is so physical body connected.
Yeah, and in case many of you don't know this, but the beginning, like those of you who join the lives are gonna find this shit out. So that like the impetus for New Blood, the show, was that I read this book and I was like, am I a vampire? Like,
Everybody in my chat is commenting about Jack's last, when Jack was discussing tantric feeding with the Barbies.
oh yeah,
Not
that's really good.
together.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should go watch that if you haven't watched that yet on
Yeah.
Jack's live for sure, or at Jack's page for sure. Um, what happened? Let's see. Hold on, I got lost.
Uncle Finn got a scroll.
There's not that many people in here, but it's hard to keep up. Doopy doop boop boop. G Money. Who's G Money? Oh, do we need a moderator?
I don't know.
Who's G Money? Your copy just arrived yesterday. Amazing. So you got one of the last ones.
I think you can also find them available for used copies are a little cheaper potentially.
Is it hot as balls where you are? Because it's so hot here.
I'm in New Orleans. We're not even going to deign an answer to that question.
Please don't whack yourself in. Yeah, I know. Awesome. That's what updated the version. Oh my gosh, Brenna Brown. I'm a huge fan of you. Barbie and Ken example stands out for sure, yes. And then who on that? Oh yeah, if you go to the Red app, are we not allowed to say who?
I don't know.
I don't know shit about
The
that.
Red app, the I don't care. The YT.
What? I'm a sanguine vampire and a witch. I'm curious about energy feeding through, though, and how to do it. I mean, you burnt your tarot. Go ahead.
So if you're Sang and a witch, I feel like you're kind of primed to enter into like a really cool liminal space because you're already actively working with energies and elements within your witchcraft practice. And then if you're doing Sang practice, the leap for the in-between is like I would argue is psychic vampirism. So you could put your toes that direction using the familiarity you have with working with ritual and energy within like witchcraft, because you have an understanding what that feels like, and apply it to your instinct from Sang practice and find something that's kind of in between that space. Depending on where you fall in the Sang to psychic kind of like line, psychic intake may not be as sustaining or fulfilling long term, but it may do well to consider it as like your side salad to your like steak. It's going to be something that's going to help sustain you and give you nutrients when you need it, when you can't get what you really, really need, or there's longer times between those sorts of feedings. I hope that answered that question.
A psychic side salad.
Yes.
Still not plugged in.
It's the name of a band.
Yeah, 100% of it. Psychic side salad and well, what do we call it? What does Jack call it? Apple juice. An apple
Apple
juice
juice.
marinated steak.
That sounds very healthy.
It sounds
Oh,
really
thank
good.
you for the roses.
Yeah, all y'all, listen. Post-production is expensive. I know that a lot of y'all just helped us with the Kickstarter, but many of you DM'd us and like were asking, hey, I didn't make it in time. You know, can I still donate? If you send us gifts here, we use all of that money for post-production. And if you want to donate at a later time, we have a support page on our website at newblood.tv.
Yes. Also, Alexandra LeMay has just posted in my chat saying that we both look great and excited for the show. So thank you.
Well, Alexandra LeMay better watch out because we may or may not have a special package from them.
Oh! I did promise there was a surprise on one of the socials when I found out that may or may not have arrived.
Do you want to guess this from Miss
What's in the
Alexandra
box?
LeMay?
Guessing what's in the box.
Shit. Hi, Salem. You're good. You didn't miss much. We're just chatting. That chick from Sydney, I don't know if you're allowed to say the name. Oh, heard. Okay. I got you, Fen. I'm high. Oh, I see. G Money is Gezadine. Yeah, good old Gezadine.
Gima.
Good old fucking Gezadine. I really
Oh
like that.
man.
Okay, so you are also amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You are a witch and a psychic vampire. Love the PVC and the PEC books. Stoked about the show. So stoked that you're stoked.
Stoked that you're stoked that we're stoked that you're stoked.
Oh.
Let's get stoked.
Okay, so yeah, send me this. Thank you for your little heart. I love it. Live unboxing? Absolutely, we're going to do a live unboxing. And we're going to do all kinds of weird shit.
We're going to do it right now. Well,
Right
kind of.
now.
Right, yes, right now.
Right now? Since I am new to the path, even though I knew since I was young, wait, what? I used to go to, I lost it. I used to go to crowds to get the drifting energy since don't know how to feed yet. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So crowd energy like that is more commonly referred to as ambient energy feeding. So if you're doing any Google whacking, that's typically, I think, what most of the community will call that. So it'll help you kind of like narrow down searches. But yeah, that's a really great way of intaking free flowing energy. And the baby step between ambient feeding and more direct forms of feeding is if you have a consenting donor, you can have them put their energy like in their palms, and then you can take it that way so that you're kind of like learning how to connect to an individual and get familiar with their energy.
Yeah, somebody said concerts, and Alexandra is being a cute little munch and said, "Keep tapping, everyone. Follow what she says for sure."
Tappity tap tap for hearts.
Yeah, concerts are the best for sure. Did I just out myself? I feel like I outed myself earlier. Jesus
I don't know.
Okay,
You kind of did. I mean, you never know, guys.
No one's here.
Okay, it's Jay has a question. How do you feel about online donors? They're actually super viable. It does take a little bit of practice to connect with somebody virtually. So it's a muscle you kind of have to build up. But once it's established, or it's what somebody have a really strong connection to, where you can close your eyes and just like imagine yourself next to them and you know that feeling, you can feed long distance that way. It takes a little more energy to establish the connection and begin to cycle it. So if you're super low energy, that might be a struggle to get to that point. But it's a viable option, and it was a huge help during COVID for a lot of folks who couldn't get to their donors. So a lot of folks ended up feeding virtually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really common way. Aren't I don't know, are there like websites for that? I
No,
don't
but there's a joke in HK that somebody needs to make a app called Fanger.
hmm.
That's like a vampire
Finder.
dating app or donor app where you can find donors.
I love that banger. Vampire forums, as Alexandra says. Then, how do you know if a vampire is low on energy? Well, hail. Well, we talked about it a little bit already, but do you, I guess it depends, right? Like,
It
it
just
depends
depends
on
on the
the,
vampire.
yeah, like if you're talking about a priest, like you're gonna know they're
You know,
the fuck to shit.
stuff starts shutting down. It
Yeah,
impacts your physicalness very quickly. Fatigue will set in. Your immune system tanks. You get sick faster. Um, you start when you don't have the best of control in place. You actually like will just like take at times when it's really really bad. And you don't ever want to get to that state.
yeah,
Which is why we advocate for good vampiric and psychic nutrition to not let yourself get quite that low. But sometimes stuff happens and life gets really intense, and then you deplete. So it's always good to have backup plans and things in place to make sure you're meeting your base needs.
for sure. Yeah, like a priest needs a consistent donor or
Yeah,
consistent donors who are willing to like fill that, fill that, fill that. But
yeah. Because I average, I can get away, like on average, it's probably about 3 times a week. At when I'm really actively doing stuff, it can be as much as five. So it really just
Ooh.
depends on what's happening in the week as
Yeah,
to the need.
I would. So then, warriors, as opposed to priests, need the least amount of energy because they're still tethered to the earth, whereas
Mhm.
the other two casts or paths are not. So yeah, they need the least amount and kind of are. I don't even know how like how would you explain their like how often does the average warrior need to like get the hookup?
So the average warrior, it depends. All of these things take into account how much energy you're burning through. This applies across the board to any of the paths or any vampire within HK or without HK. So when you're dealing with high energy output, so say a warrior is really holding space for a lot of people and really keeping them stable and making sure their friends feel supported, stuff, they may run through more energy, and that's when their need for feeding will increase.
Mhm.
When you have somebody like a counselor who they're connected, they flow, they're in this constant flow state. When there's two things that happen to counselors, if they're not able to connect and flow, they have an energy buildup
Yeah.
that needs to get gone
Out.
somehow.
Yeah.
So within the Keprian system, a warrior can ground that, or a priest can take that energy from them. Um,
The three of
because
them
we're
create the
we're a
triumvirate.
circuit.
Yeah.
Yes. So
So
they all interlock pretty well together. And in addition to that, when a counselor also needs to intake or feed is when they are doing things that deplete their energy. So if they're doing heavy mediumship, if they're doing a lot of space holding and communicating and they're pushing through a lot of stuff and they're not getting reciprocating energy back, that's when they actively need to consider feeding from a donor, much like a priest would do normally.
yeah, that's with a counselor.
That's with a counselor, and a priest will run through energy just wicked quick and in a hurry. So,
Yeah.
and you can lean into some of the other ways. So, like a priest can have a conversation with somebody and cycle energy. And what'll end up happening is if the priest is low and the individual who is consenting is high, they'll equalize.
Mhm.
So usually in a cycling situation, that's what you're doing is you're averaging out the two together.
Yeah.
And that's what typically seems to feel the best for everybody because they're all at the same level.
Yeah. Yeah. They're also interesting how they each feed and how they all work together. And I
Hmm.
think one thing about the counselor path is that what I always found curious is this like feeding and then like not digesting it, but a little bit, kind of like digesting it and then making it different and then putting it back out into the space in like a higher space, like
Yeah. It's called
vibration, I guess.
refining. You're refining the energy.
Fine.
Or
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's also considered an alchemical like process that's happening within the subtle body.
Right.
So yeah, there's a level of like refining this, and in the refining process for counselors, the what some might consider garbage, which isn't necessarily garbage, but energy that's not effectively going to a neutral state, that stuff the counselor is actually using for themselves as nourishment. And then what they project out when they're done is really refined, very potent, and but neutral generally energy unless they're actively charging it to be otherwise.
Yeah, that's the like I feel like priests are more generally in my experience they're the more like stoic, very good at like directing energy, you know, like that would
Mhm.
be like the same in a witch's coven in a circle. That's the, you know, the high priestess priest job. And then the counselors are always like little bubbly things that like love people and they're like bouncing off the walls and stuff. And so there seems to be like, and then the warriors seem to be like they're the most steady and grounded
Yeah.
energetically.
So I want to be careful around counselors because counselors are not just bubbly things. There's a couple of aspects to counselor that I think are very interesting. So they are movement, they are flow, they are communication, they are empathy, and they are emotions. And that's a whole lot for a counselor, which means people that are identifying with counselor, you don't have to check all those boxes. A lot of folks check like two or three of those boxes and it shifts around. There's individuals who are counselor that lean warrior. So a lean means that you typically slide on the scale a little bit towards warrior.
Hmm.
And folks like that generate energy in ritual, for instance, by movement or dance or like tends to a lot of physicality in how they present versus a counselor who might lean a little bit at priest who's more into the active connection and like steps out a little bit in order to connect to their medium like processes or their psychic sight abilities.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I should have said like the counselors that I've met,
Yes,
but I imagine like I haven't met all the leans and everything, you know, especially, and I know you have a lean as well, so you're
I
which
lean counselor. I'm a priest
yeah,
with a counselor lean.
which makes so much sense because
Mhm.
well, if you know Abri, then it makes so much sense. I don't know. You're,
I
um,
connect to people.
yeah, you very much connect with people. Okay, so somebody said OnlyFans. That's so good.
Call me Fangs, Fanger. We need to make all of these
Can we
things.
make one? Like, we could totally do this.
Oh,
Let's do
sure.
it.
Let's just add in,
Let's add it on
app
top of it.
production to our plate.
I have so much to do. Pain, emotion, mental. I don't know what you're saying, but you're amazing. I have so much to learn. I know. Me too. I'm still learning. It's a lot. Um,
It is a deep, deep rabbit warren.
how do you know if a vampire unmasked? Well, if you ever watch Jack's lives, it's really fucking clear.
Yes.
He looks like a different fucking guy. It's crazy, but I imagine that all unmasking isn't that way. Or like, explain. I
Yeah,
don't know.
so Jack refers to it as unmasking. Within HK, we consider it that's when the higher self steps forward and is the most like just at under the surface of the skin. So what's happening at that point is the whole of your being is very present and in the moment. And it has this very interesting effect on the physical body where it changes the shape of your face, can have effect on how your eyes appear. Your voice can change. It's a very physical shift when all of that aligns and comes forward. So a good example of what does that look like is Jack, because Jack actively does it on many lives. So if you're curious of what that might look like for Jack, that's what that looks like. And for others of us, I think I've been told, because usually when I'm in that state, I'm not overly paying attention to what I look like or how I sound. But I do know my voice has a significant shift. My body language has a very significant shift. It's very clear when me happy to meet you, how are you doing is not present and that other part of me is.
um, What's next? Are these vampire types? Alex asks. Yes. So the three types in this system, but are there many? There's like a gajillion others. But
Oh
just
yeah, like within the Keprian structure, there's priests, counselors, and warriors. Within the greater community, there's a lot more differentiation between that. There's psychic vampires, sang vampires, something I call cultist vampires, which are vampires who practice a religion but are innately not vampiric. Archetype vampires, people who identify with the image of the vampire and like to embody that. And then, well, there's one more. Hang on.
wait for it.
It's most similar to carnalis vampires, vampires who feed most exclusively via body contact, similar to tantric style feeding. So people they kind of get confused at times and think that they might be incubi or succubi, but they're actually a type of vampire, but their primary mode of energy consumption happens to be that of the flesh.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I definitely have come into contact.
Yes.
Yeah, they could be fun. They could be fun.
Oh no, they're a riot. They're great at what they do.
Yeah, really, really good. So how do you know if you run into a vampire in public? I love this question because there are vampires everywhere, all the time, like
All the time.
everywhere. Yeah, so
Yep.
I guess like you kind of don't know unless they're like lifestyle, but you used another term for them.
Archetype. Yeah.
Archetype, yeah, unless they're
Yeah.
archetype. And then even then, they might not be real vampires, I mean, maybe they just like the aesthetic.
Yeah. There's also a section of folks who present vampiric, but they have subtle wounds. They might often be associated with like sympathetic vampires. Basically, when the subtle anatomy is depleted so much that they have to get energy elsewhere to help themselves heal or stabilize. So people can appear vampiric in those states, but aren't genuinely vampiric because once they get their energy, they're fine. They reset back into the natural systems of the world and start cycling as usual.
Yeah. Yeah, and oh shit, I wanted to ask about something else, but it left my mind. Okay, I need to learn on feeding for consent first and safe for the donor before I get a donor to keep each person safe.
Yeah,
So,
that question just popped up here too.
yeah, people be popping back and forth. Do you want to talk about that?
So one of the
Like consent.
processes, consent's always going to be key. If you have an online friend, I would recommend actually starting in an online space potentially to try and connect energetically, not feed, just to connect with them initially, so that once you make that connection, then you can start pushing the energy back and forth over, and then you can start get a feeling of what this feels like. It's a little trial and error because you need to learn and exercise the muscle of control. So, like, as you're starting to get a sense of these things, then you can establish more control. And by the time that you have a really good control in astral or virtual spaces, when you move into physical spaces, you at least know what that feels like energetically. But then you have to calculate in now you're in person because now you have a different set of emotions that are running,
Yeah.
but you have the muscles in place for control.
Yes, which is great. Yeah, I will say this, like I have been fed on by a vampire virtually versus IRL, and IRL is a whole nother fucking
Totally
ballgame.
different.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
welcome, Aurora.
Um, are vampires friendly? I mean, like are humans friendly? We are.
I'm so friendly.
You're so friendly. From what I've read so far, I'm definitely most identified with the counselor. Sparklin, I don't know you, but you have been so like communicative in our space, and I feel like just based on that, like you definitely seem like one to me.
Yes.
Are vampires shy in public? I mean, again, I think it depends on the different types. Like in this system, in my experience, counselors are not, generally speaking. But, like Abri said, even that could change based on their leans. So,
Well, and somebody being shy or not shy, I think speaks more to the individual than it does their vampirism. So, and the community they're in, the culture they're living in, the society in which they're engaging with, like there's a lot of factors that deal with, is a vampire particularly okay being out as a vampire versus is this individual innately shy and kind of slow to like want to like talk because they have whatever is the mechanism for their shyness. So I think there's a little bit of a blurring in that space. I know for years I didn't share, I was open vampiric to just on the street. I mean, that's a little bit different now. I don't really have a problem with that. But back then, that was a big thing because I live in the South and there's a lot of stigma. So as the world has progressed, it's gotten a little easier even down here.
Brenna Brown says, "You guys are nice people. You're a nice
Nice.
person." Thank you. Abri needs to do an audiobook, Alex says. They have the nicest voice.
People keep saying that.
You have such a lovely voice. You really do.
I can't, I hear it differently because that the whole mechanism of it. So it sounds squirrely to me when I hear my own voice played back.
Someone here says, I also tend to use my feeding along with my healing practice. I call it my recycling.
I
Oh
love that.
man,
That's
it
cute.
took me a minute.
Yeah, vampiric by nature, vampires have such a tuned in sense of subtle body, subtle anatomy, and the energies that we make really powerful healers. So that's the thing that I get so frustrated by is that part of vampirism is often overlooked. We have a lot of healing capacity. We can do a lot of good for folks, and we're very tuned into the body for that.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's something I wish more people knew that because I think it goes along with the narrative that vampires are intrinsically evil. And it's like, but actually vampires, when they're balanced, are the great, can be like the greatest healers, like you said, yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Townsend is fantastic. Yes,
Fantastic.
I love Jack so much. He's such a little munch. Oh, I just need him. I can't tell when Jack unmasks. Real? I can.
I would tell you an area to look at next if you're watching one of his lives and he's going to do an unmasking. Look particularly just in this range of the eyes,
Yeah, like this is what
just here. There, and it's very subtle. So what I would actually like challenge you to do is stare at it just in the beginning, close your eyes, and wait a few minutes, and then open up again and compare that mental image you had to now what you see. And it's usually very different.
um so I'm curious, like whoever asked that, I'm sorry, I forgot. But like, have you actually been there when he goes through the process? Because even just pictures that he's taking pictures to document it while he's doing it, and we've looked at them, and it's like a different person on picture four. It's like the prop
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Like here he is, normal Jack, and then
But yep.
yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But Rose says, "Vamp unmasking, huh? Telling all our secrets, Abri."
Of course.
um, did you hang out to the very end of his lives? He often does it then. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So I think some people refer to it as scary time, which
Yeah.
I think is really cute.
Yeah. A lot of people like leave. They like his numbers on his lives. He said go down remarkably when he says he's going to do it, and he
Yeah.
warns people. He gives them like a trigger warning because it's so scary. Yeah. See, I feel like you have seen him because it's like Jack is this like lovely, cute vampire, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit. Yeah, that's what he does. I'm biased. Rose says I'm biased, but people tend to just be drawn to us for no discernible reason. That is absolutely
Oh
true.
yes. I can tell you the amount of people that walk up to me and just give me their entire life story, or
Everything.
if troublesome time for some reason they feel that they can trust me and they tell me things that they would never tell anybody else. Like,
Yeah.
and I am a complete stranger. This happens so often. We make jokes about it.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And obsession is really something that happens all the time. People can be very like what's the word, like territorial of your energy, because you know when they're with you, you know, as a vampire, you're like giving them all this energy and giving them this, you know, whatever magic sauce. And so
Mhm.
when they're not around you and they feel that you're giving it to someone else, they can often get like super territorial, which
Yeah.
is very unusual. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, not unusual for vampires, but it's like a weird thing that like if you didn't know,
When you haven't encountered it socially before and you're just like, what is happening? It's
why is this
very
happening?
intense.
Yeah. And people getting like massively obsessed with you, like out of nowhere, somebody that you barely know, and yeah,
Because
stuff like
when
that.
you feed or not even if you're feeding, even if you're just around people, you establish these innate kind of like low quality connections. Like you bump into your barista every morning or like the lady at the gas station you see fairly frequently. There's still a connection between you two. There's an acknowledgement of each other, so there's an awareness of each other. And for whatever reason, when that happens with a vampire, like the metric from like 0 to 60 is blown out of the water. It happens really fast.
Yeah, for sure. I did that thing where I
What
fucking
thing?
lost my spot. Motherfucker.
You need to get better at fingering the screen.
Okay, dumb question. No dumb question, Cecil. Can two psychic vampires feed off of each other inadvertently? Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Especially when you have a potential vampire, and another potential vampire, or like a dedicant, somebody who's like a potential in this case is like somebody who has a vampiric nature but hasn't really uncovered that and is potentially like accidentally feeding off of people, and then
Mhm.
a dedicant is more of like somebody who knows that they're a vampire and
Yeah, they've awakened to what they are and they're processing through those stages. Yeah.
right. But Cecil, like if two potentials come together and they're both,
Oh yeah.
you know, then can you imagine, like, yeah, they can feed off of each other. And in that process, it can be really, really intense.
It's really intense, and the likelihood of actually one of them triggering an awakening goes up significantly during that process
Which may
because
not, may or may not be wanted by one party or the other.
exactly. Yeah. But just due to the nature of the process of awakening that like sometimes it just happens and now
Oh,
you're awake.
my mom's here. Hi, mom. Love you.
Oh. I love
Um,
your mother.
my mom is the best. How does the paranormal affect vampires? What do you mean? What do you go? You go. You go.
I feel like I have an advantage. Nothing scares me. Very few
Oh
things
yeah.
genuinely terrify me. Because if I go into a space and there's something that's being aggressive, I'm like, if like you cross this boundary, the result will be I'm going to take a bite,
Nom
effectively.
nom nom.
And if they push that limit, I follow through. I have the body, I have the power here. They can't affect this in the way that they think they can. Like they use a metric of fear when there's malicious activity, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is one way. I mean, I feel like the paranormal and vampires go together very well.
Yeah.
I think partially because of that, and I think the paranormal.
Well, our
Um,
psychic senses are also really
yeah,
amped up, so we have an awareness of the entities that are in spaces, and we have
exactly.
an innate like mediumship and psychic connection to these things. So
Yeah. So I feel like every vampire I know is less afraid than the average paranormal investigator, and then like loads less afraid than the average human
yes,
on an investigation or like when it comes to ghosts and shit.
yeah,
Can vampires and humans be friends? Sure.
absolutely.
Of course. Absolutely.
I will be your friend.
I'll be your friend. Fucking weirdo. Yeah, that's normal. People are used to hearing the voice. Oh, someone says, Kismet says to you, that's normal. People are used to hearing their voice from inside the noggin, not from the outside.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's Jay asked, how do you feel about shifting when feeding? I don't get to really experience that. You should probably ask a donor of mine how they feel about that, because usually my higher self comes forward when it's eating time. So that has an effect. I would ask the donor instead.
Yeah. Oh no, Sparkland. You have a new career and have to unfortunately go back into the coffin for that sadness. I am so sorry.
So,
But
oh, hang on. I worked at a bank. So this is like a low key, like fun thing. I worked at a bank for a while and I had to like go back in the coffin and like take out my piercings and like all this kind of stuff. But wherever I could shoehorn just a little nugget of corporate vampire goth, I did. So there is a joy, in my opinion, of pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, especially in the finance world.
yeah, I feel here's my thing about the paranormal. In general, I think it really has this amazing ability to like connect people who would not necessarily connect. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, at family functions and stuff, there's the Republicans and there's the Democrats, and it's just like everyone's walking on eggshells because, like, if one thing is brought up that is not okay to be talked about, it's like going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
And I think one of my tactics is to bring up ghosts or bring up, you know, have you ever had an out of body experience or whatever? And it gets everybody into the space of thinking like kids again. They start to like use the, like, oh, I forgot that happened to me. And like, there's something really amazing. Like, it's so cool because it shifts the thinking from like us being divided.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Because even within folks around here, like one of the favorite pastimes for me is to ask people like, well, tell me your family like spooky stories. Because everybody's got family spooky stories. And the amount of folks that we get into conversations about like end of life and like deathbed stories about folks transitioning, for instance, or even just haunted locations, they tend to open up and it shifts, it opens the door to have other kind of conversations and puts them in a more receptive space. So it's meeting people where they're at and
Absolutely.
then moving them to other conversations.
Yeah, for sure. Also, well, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Um, is it on? Okay, people are asking about the unmasking. So Jack doesn't do it all the time. He only does it sometimes, and he definitely like overly prepares you for it because
Yes.
some people have had some issues in the past. I know somebody was talking earlier about him feeding on folks on a live, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do some more experiments with that. So yeah, not quite yet, but it's definitely something that we have talked about in our Discord for
Mm-hmm.
sure. I would hug you guys. I would 100%
Yeah, I'm
hug you.
from the
I
South.
would.
My language is hugs.
I love
Yeah.
hugs. I love hugs. I'm kind of desensitized to scary stuff at this point. Same,
Yeah.
same. Yeah. Oh, after Jack's last virtual feeling, I felt amazing for days, so it definitely works. I can vouch for that.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, like I'm so curious about the different kinds of feeding because like in my experience, it oh, I don't want to give anything away, but there's how do I say it like topically? It's not always like super fun, I guess, is you know,
Yeah.
there's in my experience always an element that is like tasty fun, but then there's a part of it that I'm like, I'm dead.
I think it depends on the type of feeding too, because
Sure.
when if a vampire is just gently pulling just a little bit or whatever you're willing to offer, it's a very different experience. Because if you're feeling anxiety, for instance, or you've had a lot of overwhelming thoughts and feelings, and you kind of give that to the vampire, you don't have that anymore. And that can feel very much like a burden has been lifted and feel good.
Yeah, that's true.
So it really just depends on how much and how, because I would say, Fen, like when with the feeding experience you've had, it's been pedal to the metal intense.
Yeah, yeehaw.
So
That's my Leo rising. I'm always like, fucking let's do it. Let's
yeah.
rage. And then the next day I'm like, fuck my life.
Uh,
Oh, no, I lost my spot. You got anything over there?
yeah, so Evie asks, what are your thoughts of paranormal investigators trying to hunt us? So first of all, in my experience, that hasn't been a thing. And if a group showed up and was like, "You're a vampire and we're here to unvampire you," would be like, "Well, that is a very interesting opinion, and you can take it elsewhere." That's odd. I've not experienced that, and have no issue telling them to clearly go fuck off.
Somebody said, Brenna, the amazing Brenna says, how do you get over your fears of things? I love this question. I love this question so much, Brenna. Thank you, Katie Bug. So I, one of the major missions of these documentaries that we're working on is to sort of like, pardon the pun, but like taking the teeth out of it. I know. But I think that like first of all, the more you hang out in paranormal spaces and think about the fact that just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad or evil or trying to hurt you. And I think that mantra and kind of keeping that in your mind. Also, what Abri said earlier about like, dude, you're the one in body. You got the power.
They got nothing on this.
They got nothing on the body. So like that's far more energy than they can generally conjure. And even if they can conjure a lot, it's very, very, very rarely anything that's going to be like.
It's why they use fear, because fear is the little door that lets them in. So have no fear. They cannot touch you unless you let them in via the
Which
fear.
I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes on purpose and sometimes not. But that's, because I'm used to it now. But I used to be more afraid for sure. And then I had like an ex-heroin addict go in my house, like that I used to be a huge partier, and he wanted to rage with me. And so he kept keeping me up at night. And he really taught me a lot about like boundaries with ghosts. So
Yeah. It's also why faith ends up playing such an interesting part in people feeling safe and protected, because faith gives that. That's part of what helps people feel safe and secure. That's something faith and spiritualities often do, is help to solidify your will. But if you take that away, you can still solidify your will. You don't need it for that purpose if you don't want it. You can still be strong within your body and know this is me and you can't affect me. So fuck off.
So, but also, Brenna, one other way that I love, because I'm a really community-based person, is like find a group who's interested in the paranormal and hang out with them and keep fucking with stuff. Like break out the Ouija board, even if you're a little scared, and break out a spirit box if you can get your hands on one, or whatever. Just start playing with cards, whatever, with people, and then you'll create this really neat bond, because something happens with paranormal investigators that get together. It's this exciting like web of folks, and yeah, like it will help you desensitize because you'll be bonding together in these really like fucked
and
up
you have that support network around you to help bolster your will.
100%. Bucky, it's your birthday! Happy birthday,
Bucky! Yeah, it's been so Buck has been like blowing up everybody in HK with like, it's my birthday. So everybody please wish Buck a happy birthday, because as a Leo, they need this.
Buck, I'm a Leo rising, I get it. I get it. Give me praise, tell me I'm pretty. Touch and praise. So it's like, give me a hug, tell me I'm pretty. That's all I need. Do vampires have fears? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Could feeding make you feel tired after? Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what you're taking in. So I like to joke that vampires have particular flavors of energy that they like. And usually that means like what fits their energy body the best, like what nourishes them with the least amount of processing. So you can eat any kind of energy, but some energies take more to process for your energy body to absorb it. So the ones that take much more energy to refine end up making you feel tired, or you could sort of just have too much energy of one, even if it's your best flavor, the one that fits with you the best, you've taken too much. And so now your energy body has to process it to put it somewhere. So like you kind of just had, and you just need to take a nap. Just take a little sleep,
Take 2 little
like a
naps too.
Thanksgiving dinner situation. Like have your dinner and then go sleep.
Okay, so it's been an hour. I think we should
It's
start doing some weird shit.
unboxing.
Let's do the unboxing.
Do the
Okay,
unboxing,
so
please.
this is from the amazing Alexandra LeMay, who you should go follow on TikTok if you don't already. And
Mm-hmm.
also, you should go just check out everything that they do because they are just a really great human.
Yes.
Truly. So, unboxing is happening. And look at this cute little hearts on here. So cute and little fragile. Hopefully, this whatever's in here, I'm not gonna tell you, is not broken because it looks like the box is kind of jacked.
So just be aware of not showing your address.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Also, Alex's. Sorry, Alex.
No.
Oh no, Alex. I think we've been spoiled.
Uh-oh.
I gotta stay feral.
Oh.
Alex makes all
Look
this
at
shit. You should
that.
go and follow them. They're in this chat right now.
Alec has an amazing store with some really cool stuff in there. So as like an indie creator with all this like really cool shit, you should go support them. Please.
Takes one.
You want some really cool. If you I don't know if anybody else does this, but like between some of my friends, we actually like exchange gifts. Look how cute. For Halloween. So if you exchange gifts, yes.
Come on. They
Love
fucking
this.
designed this, okay? This is the cutest ghost you've ever seen. Okay. Oh man. This is not what I ordered. So Alex is being
Bye, OKJ. Thanks for swinging in.
I'd rather be ghost hunting. They also make these.
Yes.
Thank you, Alex. But that isn't the main fucking shit. I have to start getting ready for Jack's live. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, support Jack. We love him. Oh shit, I'm scared. Wait, y'all. This is all I see. Hold the fuck on. Look at that foot. Look at that one. Oh my god. You're gonna make a bracelet for me? I would love that. You can we're gonna have a P.O. box soon.
Yes.
Alex and I are friends, so I gave Alex my personal address, but we'll have
We will.
we will have this is gonna
We'll be getting a PO box established
great.
shortly. Yeah.
Holy shit. Ooh, I already feel weird.
Oh.
Oh hell no. What have I done?
What hell yes. Yeah.
Oh honey, you've been through it. Oh, sweetie peaches. So this is a
Give her a little zhuzh.
She needs a zhuzh. So,
Yeah.
okay, remember when we were talking about REM pods earlier? Hold on a second. Okay. So, this REM pod right here. So, Alex is Egon, essentially, from Ghostbusters, you know, the one who makes all the cool shit, and made this doll a REM pod, which they will make these for you if you dare. Do you fucking dare? It's killing me. It feels really weird.
Is it like unusually heavy?
She takes a 9-volt. Oh yeah, she is heavy. Oh hunty.
Picky.
What are we thinking name wise? Ooh, her eyes light up. Oh stop. Stop it right now. I have a 9-volt.
Maybe we should pick like the top 3 names in chat, and then we can have like a vote poll later to pick her
Okay,
name.
I got Polly so far. Beatrice.
I got a Sophia.
Annabelle, Virginia. Keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Polly? Dude, I like Polly. Oh, I got too close to her.
Matilda.
Gertrude. Stella. Fen.
I got a Polly over here as well. Serafina.
Me. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's call it all Fen. Hey, Fen. I'm dead. Okay.
There is a love of Serafina over here.
Ooh, Serafina. I got an
Mhm.
Eliza. Hi, Elfie. Good to see you, Elfie. Shane.
There's an Anna.
Dude, I'm so excited. So we're gonna play with this little lady.
Yeah.
I hope you like to be called a lady. I'm sorry. I can't get the battery open. Give me a minute. I have like a box cutter and everything. I don't know why they put this outside fucking packaging on here.
So violent.
She lost her shoe. Alex, did she ever have both shoes? Because that's fucking weird. Okay, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring. What do we think, Serafina or Polly?
I think that's the two runnings that we have right now, Serafina and Polly.
Oh, she didn't. She didn't have a shoe.
Oh,
Oh, that's even
poor
better.
baby.
I lost my shoe. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I gotta take her battery pack off. Okay. Isn't it convenient that Alex is here in the live with us? Thank you so
So
much,
helpful.
Alex. Okay.
You know, one of the fun things of potentially calling her Polly would be, and this is gonna age me as well, like I have a Polly in my pocket when you're like walking around, like trying to figure out where you're gonna put the doll. There's like a little Polly Pocket, and it's so
Oh,
cute.
Polly Pocket. Guess what I
Yeah.
heard? This is the on and off. Got you. I got you. Fen, did you make that beautiful shattered mirror behind you? It's actually a peacock, which is my spirit animal.
Yeah, it's for
I
whatever reason, TikTok lives don't show it off very well.
No, it doesn't look great.
No. At
Okay.
some point you should take a picture of it and like post it on
Holy,
social.
I'm such a fucking nerd. This is so fucking cool. Okay. Look at her look at her fucking eyes.
They
Stop it.
make it light up. There you go. Can you imagine like actually doing an investigation and like across the room you see the little eyes light up? Like,
This
yeah.
is incredible. This Polly, it seems like she's Polly. Polly's gonna be just sitting back here, just chillaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of school. Yeah, she was up to no good. Okay, Hunty. Oh my god, hold on. I know. Ah. Hibbity. That's not gonna work.
Somebody's asking, does she talk?
Well, TBD. Not. I don't want to break her. Okay, there you go. We're just gonna put her right here. No, we can't. You can't see her. I have to let go of her though. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, I do. Oh no, I don't.
You can't see her behind you if
Oh,
you were
that's
trying to get her.
right. Alex does make some that talk, and they say anything you want. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Which we're gonna get more of these for the show. But we wanted one right away, so this one will be on New Blood for sure.
Yeah.
Where do I put you?
Right behind, yeah, like right there.
It won't. I need something to hold her up. Hold on. Straight out downtown, but do you really want to there? Okay. Excuse me. This REM pod will hold up this REM pod. I know. You have so much to say.
You're almost getting there.
I swear. I fucking swear. I can't get it up. I can't get it up. I'm
Nice.
close. Okay. Can you just. What if you just hung out? What if you just hung out? Just hang out, honey. Polly. Oh, Polly. Polly. Okay. If I just hold Polly like this,
Maybe.
I think she's okay. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so is it Polly? Oh man.
Somebody's like, she's very sensitive.
She is something. Polly does need a chair. I'll figure it out. Alex, can you make us a chair?
Like a tiny rocking chair.
Alex is really good at making all things. The other day we were on the phone and they said they can make a whole fucking house. So I think that Alex can make us a chair. Push them up and out to the sides. Oh, right, duh. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So she's like Kate McKinnon's Barbie. Girl, go ahead.
She's got to get her settled in.
Oh, honey.
Look at her. Them.
Them. Yeah, maybe
Them.
let's stick with them. I don't want to piss them off. So should we? Okay. Do you all want to try something? Do you want to try? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to try to ask questions to Polly and see if she?
Yeah. So in my chat or in the New Blood chat, like, let's try out. Let's see if we can work with Polly.
Hi, Polly. I'm Fen. Oh.
How did that go for you?
I'm fine. I'm good. We're good. Getting to know each other. Polly.
Peach ask her if she likes the name Polly.
Do you like the name Polly?
Crick asks, do you want to be named Serafina?
Would you prefer Serafina? So you've been modified and you have this little EMF situation in your head and you can make it go off if you want to say yes, like this. And it's so cool. The person who modified you made your eyes light up. It's really neat. So it was a very cool modification. Okay, Alex says, do you like the name Sophie? Are you upset that you've been in a box for who knows how long?
Frick says she like, nah, y'all.
Yeah, she's like, fuck all the way off. I mean,
maybe they need some time to acclimate to your space.
yeah, let's give them a minute and how about we use let's use the dowsing rods and let's ask the dowsing rods some questions and see if she like pops in, because that's what often happens to me, is that like it happens when you're doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
Ginny? Do you like the name Ginny? She's like, fuck off. Okay. This is your new home. I hope you like it. I will leave you offerings every day. She likes the rods a lot. Okay. Sam, damn, give me a minute to breathe. That box was stuffy. Yeah, exactly. Okay, who wants to ask some shit? Let's do it. Let's ask some shit to these what are these called?
Dowsing rods?
Douching rods. Remember when you spelled it wrong?
Oh my god.
The douching rods.
That was my autocorrect. It wasn't me.
I was like, hey, do you see that TikTok you posted where I was doing the douching rods?
The douching rods.
Okay. All right. So show us a yes. So we got a crisscross. That's always my yes. Show me a no. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It's always weird when you bring the camera in.
Yep.
Yeah, it auto-corrected to douching.
Douche rods.
These are douching rods. I mean, which actually is kind of logical. Oh
Oh
man.
man.
Oh jeez. Okay. My autocorrect changes honor it to gonorrhea.
Oh no.
Oh man. That's
That
great.
is
Okay.
that is delightfully painful for you.
I love that every time. Maybe tell her you're a parent and she's safe with you. She was shy with me at first. Okay. Um, oh, sorry. So I'm gonna be your new friend, uncle, and I'm gonna watch out for you. And this is a really great house. There's two amazing kitties here, and this will be your main space here. And I'll move you around every so often if you want. And you're really safe. Did you sneeze? Bless you.
Yeah.
Um, Uncle Fen, yes. When the dowsing rods or spirits are being mean, douching rods. Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving. It really is. Okay. So
Best typo I've ever made.
yeah, and this is Abri. Abri is one of my greatest friends, and you'll probably see them a lot. And yeah, we're all friends with Alex, who you were just with, and we love Alex. So I hope that you like it here.
Dragonfly Muse just said, did Finn just say Funkle? Funkle.
Funkle, I like it.
Funkle. Funkle
Funkle,
Fen.
Funkle Fen. Okay, Funkle Fen. Okay, who wants to ask me? Let's ask some questions and see if she feels like playing around with us. Maybe something lighthearted.
Yeah, let's do some lighthearted stuff, guys. What?
I
Alex.
don't know. I don't know. Okay, ask the doll. Ask if the doll likes the name Polly. Okay. Do you like the name Polly? You can use these rods too. You do like the name Polly.
Okay.
Okay, do you like the name Sophie? Ooh, that's a maybe.
That's a maybe.
Okay, so was your old name Sophie? That's also a maybe. Okay. It's a rave. Kick up that bass and strobe the lights. I don't know. I don't know, Salem, but I'm here for it. Okay.
There's a please ask if the doll likes Fenn's energy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Um, do you like my energy? That's a yes. Do you feel safe? That's a yes. Do you miss Alex? That's also a yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you'll probably see Alex again because we're gonna be doing stuff with Alex. She vibing. All right. So, you got any other questions?
Not over here.
No.
No.
She was great. She did break my phone while I built her. Really?
Interesting.
Wait, how did that happen? Okay, somebody's asking, are you excited to go on adventures with me, Uncle Fen? Yes.
Yeah.
The sass is strong. Okay, cool. That's my kind of human. My kind of ask if she has a pet. Okay, so do you have a pet? That's just a dead nothing.
Nothing.
While taking her head off, my phone flew off my table and shattered. Okay,
I mean,
all
that
right.
is a response to have when somebody pops your head off.
Yeah, I mean, were you upset when Alex took your head off? Yes. Strong. very, yeah, exactly. People we're doing a live right now, and someone just said I'd probably do the same. So we totally understand. But Alex was just trying to make your life more fun.
To give you a voice.
Yeah, it's basically giving you a voice. Exactly. That's what it is. What happened to your shoe? Did you lose your shoe? That's a maybe. Did you, was your shoe stolen? That's a yes. But I also don't know if I can believe her. Can I believe you? Are you fucking with me?
Possibility.
Okay, it says, ask if Polly are you a child spirit? No. That is a fucking no. And that's not surprising. Are you older than 30 years old? No. Are you younger than 30 years old? Do you not want to talk about it? No, she said no. Oh, some kid asked if she's 16. Okay. All right. Polly, are you 16? Yes. Are you sure? She's going to be like, yeah, fuck off. Of course I'm sure.
I told you once.
Bitch. I'm going to haunt you. Okay. Are you 25? Somebody's asking. Yeah, this is a no. Okay, that's great. That's cool that it's consistent. Mm-hmm. Okay, Cecil's asking, somebody on here is asking, are you a thought form or are you a thought form? Ooh, I just got chills. Dang. I got a yes for that.
Yeah.
You're going to be nice, right, Polly? We're going to have a good time together?
No.
Brenna's asking, do you love Fen? I think it's too soon for that. Hello.
She was just extracted from the box, so.
Yeah, she's probably like, what the fuck? Do you prefer she, her pronouns? You got it, girl.
Okay.
Okay, and you do feel that you're 16? You're 16 years old. That's yes twice. Okay. You're 16, and I mean, here's the thing. I love teenagers. My brother is a teenager. 2 of them are, and they're fucking great. Also really annoying. Ask if she was created by her former owner. Okay. You remember Alex, right? Yes. Okay. So Alex is here right now, virtually. And so, were you created by your owner before Alex?
No.
Were you created by your owner before that person? Maybe? Okay. Do you remember? No.
No.
That's fair. Okay. What year is it for you, Polly? I can't ask that.
Yeah, just yes. No.
Yes. Oh, my hands are sweating, but I have chills. It's really weird. Yeah, she is getting the hang of the rods. Okay. Polly. Nice. Oh, okay. Polly here. For those of you who don't know. Okay, can you see better what we're doing? Polly, do you know how to make the sensor in your head go off? No, that's what I thought. Okay, so how can we help? What side are you getting chills on? Right side. Okay, yours is left side. Interesting. I don't know. Could be based on like are, like, if you're more masculine and I'm more feminine, or vice versa, it could be the opposite side.
Usually I take it as like your right hand is your giving hand and your left hand is your taking hand, is usually how I see it with energy. So you said your right hand is what, cold or tingly or hot?
So both of my hands are very hot, but my right arm keeps getting chills.
Okay. So it might be that you're pushing energy out more, or yeah, I would say like yeah, because if you're having like nerve sensation, there's activity on that arm.
Okay, interesting. People on my side are saying that the connection is skipping. Polly, are you messing with the connection? Do you know how to do that? Yes. Okay. So if you can do that, I think you could probably
Focus
figure out,
above your little head.
yeah, focus above your head and see if you can mess with that the same way you're messing with this. Because it looks so cool when your eyes light up. We love it. She said no.
Lee says maybe suggest Polly use the same energy she is exerting on the rods onto the antenna on her head.
Yes, exactly. Did you hear that? Can you take the energy that you're using? You're essentially working through me and my energy. So can you do it without my energy? Yes. No. Maybe. Okay. Right. You're like, fuck off. Are you, are you annoyed with us? Yes. How do we make you less annoyed with us? Oh my God. Okay. I have this tiny microphone that I'm very obsessed with. It is your size. Would you like to use it? You can answer through the rods. Would you like to use the tiny mic? You can tell the truth. I know you want to. Oh, no, you won't. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Here's the tiny mic. Oh, yep, too close. Here you go. Yeah. Yep. It's too close. There you go. Okay. Okay. What if I touch this? Okay. Yeah, hold on.
You touching the wire triggers it?
Okay, so if I touch the wire, you can then use my energy, right? So here I am, I'm gonna hold the wire. She just did it. Can you do it again? You can use my energy again. Use my hand.
Interesting.
That was so, she's like, I only do it when I want to do it, bitch.
Moody.
Is the microphone metal? Yes, it is. Are we dumb? Because are we doing, bye, Brenna. Thanks for coming. You're the best. Most haunted dolls are just people who found a new body after theirs expired. She would use my other REM pod when talking to me, but she's never used the one inside her head. Interesting. Okay, Polly. So there's this REM pod as well. Shut up. Would you like to use this REM pod? It's the same thing. It's just external.
Woo!
Woo!
Ayo.
Also have a great evening.
Great.
Metal acts like another antenna. Okay. But
Peach says she doesn't like being told what to do. I would argue yes.
okay, so that just happened. Did y'all see the eyes light up? Okay, it just happened real time. Okay, Polly, thanks for playing. Whoa! I love it when it works. So good. I'm sorry about your thumb. That sucks. Thank you, Polly. Everybody's so pumped. They're so excited that you did that. Does it have temp on it, Alex? Okay, should we ask her some stuff since it seems to be working relatively well?
Sure. I mean, everybody in my chat, please, if you have a question for Polly.
Just the sound and the light up eyes. Okay, cool. That's helpful. It just means, like, I just want to make
Yes.
sure it's not temp. She said yes. Something. That's all the sensors you could fit in her head. Polly, do you want to talk with us? That one eye is haunting. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody over here is pumped that you are in this live, Abri. Crown Arch Bailey.
Oh, thanks. Hi. Someone asked, is she from the 1900s? Yes. I want to
Yes!
say yes.
Fuck yes! This is amazing.
Somebody said teenagers the best of the silent treatment.
Bye, Aurora. Oh, Aurora says goodnight, Polly.
Polly says goodnight.
Good night. Somebody asked over here, are you from the 1920s? Okay. Silence, I think, is no.
I'm going to say no, yeah. 1930s? Okay.
1930s. All right. Good to know. All right. You got any more on your end?
Was she from Louisiana?
It sounds like no.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Are you from a small town? Are you from a big city? Like she doesn't want to answer me. She wants to answer other people. Okay. Alex says, are you from? Yeah, you like Alex. I know. Who doesn't? Oh, the REM pod's going off. The other REM pod. Okay, here we go. This is fun. What? Oh, okay. Everybody's good? Okay, great. All right. So, are you from Arizona? Are you from Arizona? Sure.
Does she like swing music?
She's like, oh, wait.
Maybe.
Maybe delayed. Okay, did you come from a family?
Did you live in a big house?
Are you done talking with us?
Someone asked, what is a thought form versus ghost versus spirit? So a thought form is something that we can create by giving an idea or a form with our energy and our thoughts. So we can shape something to have a particular form, and it sort of kind of gains sentience. The more people and intention is placed into it, to sort of think of it as like paranormal or spiritual AI. It can kind of manifest into its own being, and it can be very simple or it can be deeply complex to the point of being sentient. Um, a ghost typically, I guess, is defined as a spirit of a past human. Um, in so much as there's different types of ghosts. So there's ghosts that are basically like place memories, like they're just repeating the same things over and over again. Then there's also sentient ghosts. And then a spirit is a much broader term that encompasses many things that can be human or non-human, elemental. It just really any sort of spirit entity, so that like they're not in a body, and they're potentially are or not human.
Yeah, Kismet says like the Philip experiment. And Alex says, I feel like a lot of dolls are thought forms since we project lifelike traits onto them for years. I agree. Yeah, for
I
sure.
would agree with that.
She agrees too.
Polly agrees.
Polly's like chatty now. She's like, I want to be a part of this.
Because Andre asked, do you like parks or nature?
Do you like dinner parties?
You're welcome, Nicole.
Do
you like tiny microphones?
Do you like goth music? Alex is asking you that. You know you love Alex. That's the Alex. So do you like goth music?
That's the Alex.
The owner out. Oh, well, the other REM pod went off. Okay. All right. So you like goth music?
Somebody in your space does, for sure.
Somebody likes to rage. There's another name for these thought forms, but I can't think of what it is. Tulpa or egregore.
I prefer egregore. Tulpa has baggage,
like
appropriated baggage.
We don't want to appropriate, yeah. I blasted it a lot, so I was curious, yeah. So can you give us some artists that I should blast for Polly? It's going to be great. This is going to be a great friendship, Polly. I love it. I'm so excited. Do you like the tiny microphone?
Frick suggests typo negative.
Evanescence? Really? Okay.
Typo negative.
Oh, typo negative. Sorry, it's over here. I'm getting Evanescence and Taylor Swift, which is hilariously goth, actually, I think.
Susie and the Banshees.
Okay. Do you like Taylor Swift? Do you like
Is that a Swiftie?
I mean, who isn't? I can definitely play some Swiftie. How about she said yes again. Dang. Do you okay? Do you like Evanescence? Do you like Bye Beetle? Do you like what was the thing you said over there?
Typo negative?
You like typo negative? Are you like what the fuck? Oh.
Susie and the Banshees?
Tell Jack we said hi. We'll hop over to his live in a minute here.
Crash it.
Just go crash his live. Hey, Vladdy.
Lee says it's her. She's the problem. It's her.
Alex says Polly knows type O.
Nice.
Okay, who else did you have on your end?
Bauhaus.
Bauhaus? Jace? I think that's a no. Bye, Sparkland. Enjoy your new shit.
Oh, what about Ghost? I love Ghost.
You love
Polly, do you listen to Ghost?
She is so funny, isn't she?
Sure.
She said nothing.
What about Mastodon? Do you like Mastodon? That's my other favorite band.
Do you like Mastodon? Do you like, oh.
Yes!
Mastodon.
Polly, we're going to be great friends. I'm going to take you to Mastodon concerts now. It's fine.
Okay, do you like the... She said yeah.
Yes!
I would 100% take her to a concert.
Wait, will we get like flagged at security because we have a doll with electronics in its head?
I'd be like, what the fuck? She said, wait, hold on. She needs a band t-shirt. Oh my God.
Alex, can we make a tiny
We're
mastodon
gonna
like
make a
tank?
tiny band t-shirt for her for sure. Do you like the Deftones? Well, that was right away.
Yeah,
Apparently,
obviously. The queen of the damn soundtrack by
you like
itself.
the Queen of the Damn soundtrack? Doesn't know.
No, okay.
Um, Someone says get a little baby carrier and wear like a backpack. I 100% would do that, and I would just like pretend to like calm her nerves and, and just see what people did.
Peach wants to know, does she like London After Midnight?
You like London? That was me.
No, yes.
London After Midnight. Alex is gonna make a band T-shirt. Yes, please.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. I love this. This is so funny. You want the band T-shirt?
We're gonna gothify this Polly love.
She loves what she loves. She likes Taylor Swift and goth, apparently.
Peach says, Polly and I would get along listening to music. Absolutely, I agree.
Really,
Polly has great taste in music.
I wish I had like music I could play right now because Jack every once in a while puts music in the background.
I mean, technically I can. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean it'll do that thing where it says like we're gonna shut your live down, but it's fine. We have to be done anyway soon, and I don't know if they actually do that. Okay, do you like Bloodywood?
Not. I don't have the computer set up for it right now, honestly.
Okay.
Next time, guys, I'll have the right input plugged into the right thing.
You know what I was stuck listening to today? Rob Zombie. I don't know why.
What? That's okay. So I went on a Rob Zombie binge because last night I had a conversation with somebody. We're talking about House of a Thousand Corpses, and then today I was like, today feels like a Rob Zombie day. So I've been listening to Rob Zombie all day.
Today?
2 days specifically.
That's so weird because like I haven't listened to him in forever, and just today I was
like
I feel like I need to
came
listen.
awake out of bed to Dracula in my head.
That's the best way to wake up. It's really weird, and I think it speaks to like how much we actually talk to each other, and our energies are like so intertwined. All right. Yeah.
Do you like Rob Zombie?
Do you like Rob Zombie? Rob Zombie? No.
You know Rob Zombie?
She does this thing where when I look at her, she won't answer, and then when I look away, see, she just did it. she knew I was saying it. What a little shit ass.
She'll say it to your back.
Listen, I am. I love teenagers, so you're not gonna faze me. We're gonna be good here. Sass master, yes.
Peach says a haunted doll at a concert would not be the strangest thing I've seen there, and I would agree with you.
Same, fucking same.
Deeply same.
Some weird shit happens. All right. Well, we've been on here for a while. Did you have something else you'd like to talk about? She's gonna talk as soon as I. Fucker! He's a fucker!
You love her.
Like the perfect doll for my temperament. I love it. Cause yeah. Cause what? What is it? Do you want us to play some music for you sometime when we do this? Every time I look at you. Motherfucker. I saw we don't know, yeah. Okay. So, so we're gonna go.
We're gonna go now.
With Polly. And if you all want Polly to come back, just let us know. And she's into it now. So we're going to probably like I'm gonna get Polly some fucking rad outfits, and Alex is
Yes,
gonna make you a band T-shirt, and Polly might just be like our mascot. Like,
I think so.
I love Polly. All right.
So if anybody in the chats have any suggestions or things that you want to see us do with Polly potentially, you can go to our website newblood.tv and then join our Discord. So you can actually like type and let us know in Discord if you use Discord, it's free. To let us know kind of your thoughts and feelings, your experiences, things you want us to try out with Polly, who is our amazing new friend.
Other REM pods going off. Yeah, right. Polly just wanted to play. That's it.
Polly wanna play?
Polly wanted to play. So somebody says an EVP sesh. Absolutely, that'd be super fun.
Hmm.
But yeah, go to our Discord for sure because I mean we're fresh, you know, like we're nobodies and we just started and we already have like hundreds of people in the Discord and it's so exciting to see all of you talking about the weirdest shit all the time. That's everything
Hmm.
I've always ever wanted is just like communities of people talking about really weird shit. So
And we have a Discord community hangout, I believe August 1st, so next Tuesday night.
yeah,
So if you want to come hang out with us there, it's a little
I'll
more
bring
personal.
Polly.
You can bring Polly. Well, and you can turn your camera on and actually like talk to us or type to us. You have options.
Yeah. Some people don't like their faces on camera, so
Hmm.
you can just send us little love notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are great. She won't stop. And the other REM pod has gone off twice now, just
Yeah.
while you were talking. Okay, but she says bye. I think Polly's saying goodbye to all of you. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, she's into it.
So
So
sassy.
sassy.
Lady.
I'm gonna blast some goth music for her, and I'll post it. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. Good night.
Mwah. How do I get out again?
You hit the little button at the top right.